Hello, my name is Hugh. Okay. Title up there. You clicked on it, you might know what's going on. Maybe more than me. You probably are filled in more with me because I don't know the title right now. So today's look. Today I'm using the Wet n Wild Hooked on Vinyl palette. I'm just using this palette. I'm doing like a first thoughts kind of review. I've got some swatches on it. This is the look. Please, I'm not going to talk too much, because if I sit here and talk too much, you're going to know how I feel about it, and I don't want you to know how I feel about it till the end. I want there to be, like, suspense, even though within the next 2 to 3 minutes you'll probably know, but we gotta keep it suspenseful. But I really like these Wet n Wild, like, palettes. I know I probably just did one on the Not a Basic Peach. I'd gotten this at the same time, and this was the one that intrigued me for as basic colors as I get. Shades like this really intrigue me. The more I was playing with this, it really reminds me of Subculture. I love Subculture concept, and like the palette I got was good. So I'm probably why I was drawn to this as well. So let me know your thoughts on this after you watch the video. If your thoughts are the same as mine, if they were different than mine, what you thinking, girlfriend, boyfriend, sister friend, all the friends. And yeah, I don't know, keep watching. If you want to see my thoughts on the Hooked on Vinyl palette, then please keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I feel like that's someone else. Please comment, link, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, if you have not done that. Or, as always, please keep watching. And I'll shut up. My eyebrows are on, and forgive them. It's not their fault, it's mine. My eyes are prommed. My eyes are ready for prom. I'm taking the palette, trying to figure out how to open it. And I will swatch the palette first. So I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna swatch it. Obviously, practice this real well beforehand. Initial thoughts from swatching. I have like swatched these before, but not really trying to think of my thoughts. So this is the crease shade, the transition shade. It is very powdery. I'm actually surprised it showed up completely on my skin tone, but that was just one juice. Then this is the all over lid shade. This took 2 swipes. It is not like as creamy. It's soft, like here. That was 2 like swipes in there. It's soft, and I'm not getting like the color payoff I think I normally would, but I haven't wet it with Fix Plus. This brow bone feels like really chalky. I don't know. I had swatched it before and didn't get like good payoff. That was just one, and it actually showed up, but like I don't know how I feel about it for my brow bone, but I've been wrong about that before, so I'll see. And then I would say the crease shade, which is like a shimmery shade, was the most pigmented, but that was still 2 juices. And I mean, it's a very, I don't know if you can tell on camera, it's a very pretty like green blue. This is called Hooked on Vinyl, and I was gonna say this shade, I don't know why it reminds me of vinyl, so I can understand that. I love the combination, or like the color scheme, is that what it's called, behind this. So that's what like excites me about it. I do think that like this formula feels like a cheaper formula, whereas I would think the Not a Basic Peach, which I just did, I would have kind of rated that like higher up than just swatching this one. But I have not tried this on my eyes at all, and that's where we're about to go into next. So I'm going to go straight into the transition color. This color reminds me of ABH Orange Soda Talk, which I do not own yet. I'm debating getting Soft Glam, and then I would own it, and we can see. But this is a Morphe NV23 per use, and this is extremely powdery. I'm just taking this, putting this into my crease, above my crease. Not showing up too much, which doesn't surprise me. So I don't know if you can see on camera. I can barely see any pigment. I can tell that it's not like as like stark, like light as this eye is, but it's a pretty light wash. I've gone in there like 4 times. So there, the color is both on. So normally I would go in with like a slightly darker transition color then, since that went on so light, before I would go in with the next, which that's the like next crease color, which is making me nervous. So I'm actually going to start, I'm going to go in with the lid color first, the eyelid color, which is a gold, like a dark grungy gold. It's beautiful if it performs. So I'm going to take my Morphe M170-8 brush. And I'm just going to wet it with some of the Mario Badescu facial spray. This is the one with aloe, because I need more always MAC Fix. I need more MAC Fix Plus. So I'm going to go in with this and see how this works. And I'm going to put that right in the center from inner corner to almost outer edge. Oh, boy, babe. So that color was like a little more frustrating. I ended up going in with some Urban Decay All Nighter on my brush instead of the facial water, which, you know, my fault for not having Fix Plus. But this is one of those shades that at first I felt on, like, it's not giving me what I want it to give me. When I turn over to my light, I love it. It looks so much better, like catching the reflections. But honestly, it's not, if you see it in the pan, which I don't even know if you can, it doesn't really have like a lot of metallic to it. It's a dirty-ish copper gold. But I mean, I did, if you can see it first, it just doesn't have like a lot of pigment payoff. Not what I'm used to, but it doesn't mean like that's what it's, maybe it's not supposed to. It's, I don't know, and then I like kind of look at it and I'm like, well, it's nice, like just like light metallic sheen. I don't know, so be forewarned about that. It's an interesting color. I do like it on there. I wish it was just a little bit like, or easier to put on. That would be the other thing. So like when I like that to you, it looks good. So now we're gonna go in with the color that I'm like most nervous for. This palette isn't going as I had hoped. So I'm gonna go in with that crease shade. So I'm gonna take the Morphe MB13. So nervous. I like feel like I really shoved it in there. So I'm gonna okay. Let me try zhuzhing. Oh, this is not going well. I feel like I've never like done makeup before right now. It's like going on with like a putty formula. Like it gets like, as soon as I place it down, it's like, this is it. This is the stopping point. I'm on the eye. Oh, I don't think this is gonna blend out. Like, what is this when I like go in? Like, so as you can see, that color is just somehow not blending away. And I don't know what you thought you would get when you would mix that color and that color, but a weird bluish greenish black eye was not what I was expecting. So now we have to try to make this work. So I'm gonna go back in with the mud shade. You know, let's try a different brush. How about that? Wet n Wild, I'll use one of your own inventions. So this is a Wet n Wild, this is a fluffier brush. Okay, so maybe we're not supposed to densely pack it. Okay. I mean, it did say the crease. So let's try the crease. Oh. Oh no. I don't think this is what was supposed to happen. Okay, so I went back in, like, my camera died. I went back in more with that, like, coppery shade to try to redeem this. I tried going back in with more of the dark color. But, like, as you can see, that dark color and that orange, like the light orange, they just don't mix well. This, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, they're just turning into this pukey brown color. And I don't know what else to do. This doesn't look good. That I do know. You can't blend it because you don't want it to blend with, you know how usually you want colors to blend with the other colors to look seamless? You don't want to blend these two colors because together they look like rotten vomit garbage. And you don't want that, like, for the most part. And I love a pukey eye. But you don't want vomit, rotten garbage on your eye. Like, I mean, maybe you do. To each his own. It's just, this shade has so much potential. This reminds me of, like, Subculture, but I like Subculture. I didn't have this issue with Subculture. If this is the issue that everyone else had, completely understand why you hated it. Because I really wanted to like this palette. And I'm not happy right now. I'm going to clean up the eye because I tried to salvage this and I don't know what to do to make it less horrible. I wanted to kind of just, like, give up. But I mean, you have to do the rest of the face and hope that, I don't know, put on the biggest pair of lashes we have and pray to God it looks better. Okay, I'm going to go do the rest of my face. I will come back to do the bottom of my eyes, which I don't want to do, but I will do for you. Just for you. While we're here, let's really make my head spin. I'm going to take the brow bone highlight that I didn't like from the beginning. I'm going to put that on, you guessed it, brow bone. I mean, it looks like what I should have set my eyes with. I mean, maybe it has a little something. I don't know. I might just try and be optimistic now. Can I cancel all of my mistakes out with this? Okay, I'm gonna go do the rest of my face. We'll come back to do the... what is that called? The under the eyes. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. I did almost all the rest of my face, so if you think that makes it look a little bit better, that's just because I did the rest of my face. If you know me at all, yeah, the hair just gets worse. That's one. Two, I do not do winged eyeliner, like, ever. But in order to save this look, I did do a wing because I thought it might distract from the unblendability. I was actually gonna go even bigger with the wing. But I'm, like, not doing anything. It's 8 o'clock at night on a Monday. So I'm just trying to make this better. I do think the wing helped. I think the rest of the face helped, but I just don't want you to be fooled now that I have, like, the rest of my makeup on. This still isn't any better. I want to avoid my under eye at all costs, but we will do it for the sake of whatever this is. With that in mind, with those good thoughts, no idea. Okay. I'm going to take the e.l.f. 202 brush, and I'm going to go into that lackluster gold shade. I mean this with utmost love and adoration. And I am going to take that. I'm going to try to, because I forgot that there's not a lot of pigment. Actually, I mean, this is probably my favorite shade. I'm dragging this, like, coppery gold shade pretty far down. I mean, it is a really beautiful shade, okay? I'm taking the bluish greenish crease color on the same brush. And I am just gonna put this on the outer edges. I'm regretting it instantly. I'm just wiping that on the towel. And then I'm gonna go in the like goldy nicer shade again, and I'm just going to put that kind of over top of that dark color, because that dark color I think might be what is fungealing this whole look up. I mean, I don't even know what that means, but we're gonna leave that for the bottom of the eyes, and I don't like it, but those two shades mixed together just do not, these two don't and those two don't. So just don't mix. Nah. No, they do not. Okay. So I'm gonna go put mascara on. I was gonna put falsies on, but again, Monday night, 8 o'clock, not doing anything. Why waste a good pair? I do think this look would be increased dramatically, at least 2 points, if you put falsies on. Especially dramatic ones, because it would like cover the eye, right? Alright, I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face, put on mascara, finish this look, and I'll come back to shock you with how I feel about this palette. Like shock, right? So then this is the completed look. Do I need to say it? Do we not know what it's gonna say? I adore this palette. I was about to say I don't even know where it went. I'm constantly playing with my hair. So I feel like sitting here looking at the look. That's awkward. It certainly doesn't look like it gave me as many problems as it did. I like this eye better than this eye. I don't know what happened in like trying to blend this color in like closer. Hooked on vinyl. I'm not hooked on vinyl. So here's my thing with this. I love the color concept of this palette. I love a lot of these Wet n Wild palettes. I look at these shades and I love these shades. I look at this eye look and I do like it. Again, like the color concept. But I had a lot of trouble with these shades. And probably even more trouble than I will show on here. It did look a lot better once I put on like liner and then the rest of my face. But before that, it didn't look good. Like, even when I don't like looks, at least they look like blended and not difficult. This looks difficult. Like, it looks like it was a difficult. It was. Again, I feel like if I didn't have eyeliner on right now, it would look real suspect. If I didn't have a lot of mascara on, more than I usually put on, it would look suspect. It just, that shade, that crease shade, has like the chance to be so beautiful and so pigmented and blendable more than anything else. I need like another color in this to make this transition better with this orange. I think the shade is beautiful. It's different. It was the redeeming shade actually in the palette. Again, I used it a lot to just cover things up. I would give this a 4 out of 10. It just, there wasn't even like one shade in here that I could like love and use all the time. Maybe that shade, but this was $4, okay, around that. I still wouldn't suggest you pick this up because the one color I like, I do feel like is in a lot of other palettes, and the other ones were just lackluster in my opinion. I love you, Wet n Wild. I loved It's a Basic Peach. Not that you're listening. Cool concept, like color wise, just execution I think could have been better. It's probably the most difficult palette that I've had, not that I have a lot of palettes, to use. And though I sit here and I'm like, this look looks nice, I would go out with this look. It just, it was the sun. It was the son of a something. So for that, no, thank you. I will probably, I'm like a declutter right away person, especially if I feel so strongly about something. I probably will end up getting rid of that. Maybe I'll show something, but I have a feeling that's not going to be sticking around long. So I hope you enjoyed this look, this eye tutorial. I actually really thought I was going to adore that palette and I was going to be looking like a smoky queen ready to party all night. And I mean, it still probably look like that. I just didn't love it. But okay. Please comment, rate, link, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumb in the middle if you have not already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.